Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Beatrice here. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my experience with applying for Social Security disability. Sorry for all the background noise. I live by a busy road here in Puerto Rico. So when I was determined disabled by my employer, the federal government, I didn't know what I didn't know. Maybe a lot of you don't know what you don't know. Up until that point, I never even considered being on Medicare. I didn't even really understand what it was. I didn't understand how drastically my life was going to change. So when I did call the HR resources, they told me that you have a book of paperwork to fill out. Doctors, just a lot of paperwork. And in that paperwork, there is a letter that you have to sign that says you will apply for the Social Security disability part. If you don't apply and the Social Security Department sends that letter back to the employer, then the federal government will just throw your stuff in the trash because you didn't do what they asked you to do. So, like, again, I didn't know what I didn't know, so I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then I started to do the research on the Social Security part, which again, I'm like, I didn't even understand that I was going to get on Social Security that at that age. So I went to the website, the Social Security website, made an account, logged in, and I said I want to apply for Social Security. And then it goes through this litany of questions, and you check and check and check and check and put all the information in. It asks you a whole lot of things. Well, at that time, I did not even think that I needed a lawyer. I thought, why do I need a lawyer? I can get online and apply. So I did. I went online. I had a lot of documentation from the doctors and all the medications and hospital stays and whatnot. And I just started filling out these blanks. And okay, it said, talk about this. And because I haven't been in there in a few years, I don't remember exactly what it is. But if you want to leave some comments below and let me know exactly, or if you're in that process right now, maybe take a screenshot of it. But I did go online, fill that all out, and it was like asking you, I think it says, are you the one filling it out, or do you have a representative? And of course I said, well, it's me. Everything looked great. I thought I was doing a great job. I felt really confident in myself. I had been working for the government for 17 years, working on multi-million-dollar contracts. I understood the process of filling out an application, so I felt very comfortable. Filled it out, hit submit, and that was it. I said, okay, this is good. I'm going to get a letter in the mail, and it's going to say, oh my gosh, we understand, we saw your paperwork, and you go on your daily life, and you just wait and wait and wait. And then I can't even remember how many months later it was, and I get the letter, you've been denied. And I'm like, what? I was like in total shock. Total shock. Now, I have to tell you, let me back up for just a tick. When I applied with my human resources from the OPM, they have to approve that you are eligible and sick enough to take the medical retirement. So surely with that in my back pocket, the Social Security would say, oh, this is great. She's already applied for the OPM, Human Resources. This is great. So easy peasy. We're going to approve her because the OPM, I mean, there's like 2.5 million federal employees. She's approved. So I was shocked. So they didn't, it was denied. And I thought, that is very strange. So then, so here I was, like you, most likely, dealing with your illness. Every day is a struggle. You just try to get through the day. Medications, ice packs, heat packs, ointments, whatever it is that's bothering you. And then on top of that, you get a denial letter from the Social Security. So I did what everyone else does. I filed an appeal. Okay, I filed an appeal. Again, if you don't agree with this letter, you have to click here and file an appeal, and then we'll take it to the board, whatever. Okay. Well, I had no choice. I had to file an appeal. So file appeal away. Then you go through the whole gamut of why do you think that you should get it, blah, blah, blah. And again, that whole entire time, I had the OPM, the Office of Personnel Management, approving my retirement because I proved to them I could no longer function in the job that I had. They put their stamp of approval. Okay. So I thought, for example, that because the Office of Personnel Management was a government entity that somehow, miraculously, they would be in tandem with the Social Security Administration, like one big happy family. But no, that's not what happened. Okay, so file the appeal. And again, what happens? Yes, you wait. And you wait. And you wait. And wait again. Then those months pass. I wasn't working, number one, because I couldn't even get out of the bed most days. I was crawling on the floor trying to get a glass of water. I could not hold a pencil in my hand. It was beyond anything that I have ever gone through. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, actually. For those of you that have any kind of arthritis, it is just a daily struggle. So the months passed, and my husband was getting transferred to Germany. Now, we were in Texas. Well, he needed to start his job really, really quickly. They needed him quickly. So, no fault of his own, he needed to go. He left. He went to Germany. I was in Texas dealing with my doctors and whatnot. And we were in a house that I needed to be there to sell the house. Got all that. That was another chapter that I'll probably make a video of. So I moved to Germany with my husband. Now remember, I'm still in that waiting game. I had applied, that truck is so noisy. I had applied once in Texas, got denied, filed the appeal. Then I filed again. So I filed again, and then I went to Germany. So I was in Germany. And so when that happens, you have to the Social Security takes your case and transfers it over to the international department. So I'm no longer living in the United States. Therefore, the application that I had filled out in Texas gets transferred over to the international department, which is in Texas. No, I'm sorry, it's the International Department, and I believe that their office is in Maryland, I do believe. That's the office where all of the expats go. And in my next video, we're going to start the journey, the wonderful journey of being an expat applied for Social Security. So this was just one video of a series. So I hope that you join me and come back and watch the rest of the story. And please subscribe to my channel if you like the content. Leave a comment, ask some questions so we can get a conversation going, and like and share it. And I hope to see you in the next video. And I hope everyone has a great day, regardless of where you are, how you feel. You are not alone. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.